welcome back to another episode. My little hen is back. I'll tell you about that because I was actually stressing. I'm glad to see that she did come back. Looks like she's in good nick as well. So basically this morning, you can see there's a really nice day, bit of cleared up from the rain, and I let all the birds out for a fly, and we had the pair of falcons come in, and I've not seen them hit the birds that hard the whole time I've been here. Obviously probably because we've had some pretty rough weather over the last week or so, and generally falcons struggle to hunt in that kind of real cloudy, rough weather kind of thing. So first clear day, they were probably pretty hungry, and they really gave these birds a working. I had pigeons in my garage, all through the trees, basically kind of everywhere, and she only just come back, and it's been about 4 or 5 hours later. And that's 2006. That's one of the hens that I really wanted to breed from this year. And I was actually starting to stress that she might have been eaten, because I did see them chase one off far off into the trees over there and crash into the trees trying to get it. They were tag teaming it. The big hen, Pigeon, and also the cockbird she's paired up with, they were really giving these birds a working. She looks a bit stressed, so we'll get in her into her perch, and she looks good. I don't see any blood on her anyway, so that's a good sign. So lucky to get her back. Are you jealous? I just opened the door for another girl. I'll tell you what, we're going to have to get you paired up soon, I think. But I think the cockbirds are happy that she's back. She's definitely happy to be back on her perch. So that's her there. I think after this, I am planning on splitting all the cocks and hens up soon anyway. So we'll just have to probably bring that forward a little bit, because that was a little bit of a scare. We had a scare with 83 the other day, and then we had a scare with her as well just today. So I'm going to have to do something, because that was, a little bit too scary for me. Right, so probably the next few days we're going to split them up anyway. I've been working at the dates. I want to try and line my breeding up with the intakes for some one lofts as well. So we'll obviously breed our birds, and then we'll breed, pick through those ones we want to send off for a couple of one lofts, which will be pretty good. So basically start of September, I want to start pairing up. Hopefully most of these are ready to go. And then, we should be reasonably ready for the November intakes by the time these guys pair up, lay some eggs, and then we wean them out and get them into those races. It should be about right if we start getting them sorted around about the 1st, which is around about 3 weeks away. So that gives us plenty of time. I'm still trying to figure out pairs, but I think we should be pretty right. All these little cockbirds are starting to crow, get pretty good now. The weather's starting to turn around. So we probably, like there's one there, he's starting to crow. He's chasing a hen. Oh, he's not a young one anyway, he's an older one. The problem with this one, him and his brother, which are over there, they kind of have always had a close bond. They're kind of not paired up, but they kind of are, to the point where they don't really show a lot of interest in hens. So when I split them up, I'm going to have to do something different. We probably might use him for fostering anyway. Both him and his brother have been pretty well, actually. They're 83's brothers, so they're actually all the same or related. So we'll have a bit of a juggle with how we go with them. But we will have a little bit of a think over the next few weeks who we want to pair this one up with, because he's 83's brother, and he's been pretty consistent. If you do remember the races, he was always the one that he'd come in time. He's probably the first bird back, probably after the clockbird, so the second or third, whatever. But he's just usually slow to go in. He was the one that was always kind of sitting on the roof or being a bit flighty. So we may utilise him for breeding. Let's go across to the other side here. All the birds are a little bit flighty. Got both these cocks in here. So like I said before, we are going to move those cocks over in here. There was 3. I put one back in there earlier to fly him, but I didn't take 83 over there because don't want to risk him. He's scary enough last time with his sore leg, but that looks like it's healed up as well. So he's pretty much on permanent lockdown for the time being. We're going to get a few rounds out of him, and hopefully, he's a very good looking bird, I tell you. Probably one of the best holding birds in your hand that I've ever had myself. So yeah, it's good, and he's got a few little results here as well, so hopefully we can get some good breeding out of him. Got that cockbird there too. Let's have a look over here. There's been a few changes in this loft, so we'll have a bit of a look at the hens. So we do have all the boxes open now. It's been pretty good. Most of them have behaved themselves. I haven't really had too much fighting. There was a little bit of fighting in here where there was a little bit of a crack in the egg, but those ones are hatching, so it's not really a problem. Got Leon Storm up here. Put your little, look at some peanuts in there. Look at that, it's like a magic thing. So there's still some peanuts left in there for you. I don't feed all the birds peanuts, generally just these ones anyway, the breed, just because we're doing a few rounds out of them. You notice that egg is gone, so we'll put that egg in down in this pair. So they had Storm only laid one egg, which is a little bit sad, but what we did is just put that one egg in under this pair. This pair here was a foster pair anyway, so we slipped that one in under there, and he's got a little bit of a peck to him, this guy, which is cool. It's always been a good father, that one. And that's the hen we got from Adamarcha some time ago. Haven't bred too much from it, but yeah, we'll see how we go with her. We might breed her, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm trying to maintain every pair has got at least 50% of the birds that I'm working on, which is like my one loft kind of family. But we will see how we go. She's a bit flighty, that one, but she's a big girl. She's definitely a solid bird, that one. Big girl, big girl. So I may take this nest bowl out for 3 weeks and put it back in the 1st of September, so we can line all the pairs up together, because ideally I want to get all these cocks into these boxes the 1st of September. We'll bring in all the hens. We'll probably leave these ones paired up, but I feel like if I take out these nest bowls, then we might not have to worry about those guys laying eggs, so we might give them a break. That's why I took the egg out. I dropped that egg down the other pair like I spoke just before, so these guys can have a couple of weeks off, and then hopefully if I take this bowl out today, Storm shouldn't, in theory, cycle again. So I might just take that out for now, and hopefully they'll just sort of take this box, not cycle. So when we do bring them into cycle, that we can get one of the babies out of the next round into a one loft, I'd say. So that will be pretty exciting. I'm sorry I took your bowl, but unfortunately you can have a little bit of a break. He doesn't agree with me. And I've just sat this bowl down there for now. Let's have a look at Shock's on the fostering. Oh, that's actually hatched too. Wow, that's real quick. These babies are, it could just be actually what I normally in summer is when I breed, but I'm breeding early this year, and what I think it might be is actually the humidity is different. Could be the eggs could be a bit softer in this conditions. Normally it's a lot drier, so maybe that chicks are starting to dehydrate and think, and you know, their skin and membranes that dry out quick and make it more difficult. But these are hatching real quick, which is really good. So these are the first of Leon Storm, so that's going to be fantastic. And we've got the big Shock there. He's a really good dad. We may pair him up with another hen. We'll just see what we got left over. Go on, big fella. We may even do one round of splits with the barless hen. I know, you know, bring it into that. Who knows? They're already paired up, so we could always just leave another bowl there. But we'll see that as we go along, because at the moment the main goal that we're doing here is to get some race team over there, and also we just go through pick out birds we want to send to one loft, so we kind of got to get a wriggle on. We got this little baby over the back here. She was struggling a little bit before, but I've gave it some canker medicine, so I think it's starting to get a little bit better. I think I had a little bit of canker in the throat, that's why it's a bit funny. But you need to get back over into this bowl. So you'll notice that I've swapped this one out. We had the big one in there before, which was this one. I've just set it aside for now so they can't get to it. And I've put the Turvosol in there as well for the next day or two, and hopefully that should clear up the canker that's in, starting to form slightly in this little baby. So we'll be right with that one. She'll be fine. And then we got the big chunky one behind it. This one's a massive baby. It's gonna be a big strong Vanderbilt, this one, I tell you. Look at it. You want to go back into your nest, but this is the one that's getting all the food. You can just see that it's struggling to walk because it's got so much food in there. And I have put a second nest bowl in here because I assume very soon that these are getting close to the age where this hen's going to cycle again. Just because I've noticed her and Titan have been mating, kissing, things like that already, which is a bit of a surprise, but they do it. So she actually might lay eggs again. So I just keep a close eye on. I just check in the back of it because it will puff up. So if she does want to lay eggs again, I'll put this other bowl in here, and the next lot of eggs will actually be from her, so she can raise her babies, so we can get a few tigers out there, which will be pretty nice. And then we'll just keep a close eye on this little mealy hen here. She's doing all right. She's got a tiny little bit of canker that's probably just upset her a little bit, but we got onto it pretty early and dosing with that Turbosol, so she's going to be fine. I'll just keep an eye on her anyway, make sure she's getting all the food, but that's pretty good. And then we'll have a look at both of these little babies, if he's going to let us, because we've got the other one hatched. This cockbird's, yeah, there we go. He's quite a wild boy, this one. Like I said, almost should just call him the red brick, because he's definitely like a brick, that boy. And we've got these two little fellas here, so at this point in time I really can't tell. I'd say the one that's closest to us, this one here, might actually be a red checker, or mealy again. Don't think it's going to be a pied, but you can just tell the difference in the beaks and usually gives you a pretty good indication. So the other one at the back there, most likely going to be a checker as well, so that's pretty cool. But I'll keep you updated on that anyway as they grow, because it's very interesting. They grow so quick, and it's interesting to see the colours starting to come out as well. So colour wise, she's going to throw some good colours for us as well. That hen will get some more tigers, blue tigers, black tigers, hopefully some blacks, and who knows what else. So we'll see. I definitely want some tigers though. I want some more tigers flying again. We'll keep moving down. We've checked that pair, and I took the eggs out of this one as well last night because they were infertile. I checked them pretty much like a week or so, so I checked those ones and definitely infertile. So that's pretty much the updates at the moment. We are basically just getting ready to ramp up this side, which is going to be pretty exciting. Okay, so we'll leave those guys at it, and just before we leave, I'll quickly show you what else I've done today. So I've set this box back up again today and just put a little bit of that clear sheeting on the sides there, give it a bit of a protection. So basically this one is going to be our quarantine. So we've got to pick up 2 new birds from the airport tomorrow, which are going to go into this box. They are, I think they're brother and sister actually, or very closely related. So what we'll do is we'll put them in here for a couple of weeks, quarantine them. We'll give them a week anyway, see how they're going, and if we need to, we'll go to 2 weeks. But what I want to do is bring them into the breeding platform pretty quickly anyway. We do have a hen and a cock, and they are gifts from a subscriber, well bred, and also his daughters watch the channel, so they have named those birds. So we'll introduce them tomorrow. And then what we can do eventually, when they've been here long enough, we can split the cocks or hens. I think the hens will go into here and the cocks will go into there, so we can really get into a bit of breeding. But I will catch you guys in the next video, just doing a little bit of prep and getting ready for that breeding season. That's all it is now. So yeah, stay tuned.